Hey, good morning guys, Snack Machine here. Welcome back to your Adventure Dose. In this episode, we're going to talk about how Epic Universe opens on May 22nd and what could the other parks in Florida that I have been to could do to make themselves look good. So I hope you enjoy this type of video. It's been a couple minutes that I recorded the last clip since I wrote all the notes I had on my phone, so I have something to look at if I need to forget what I was about to say. But the first park we're going to talk about is Universal Studios Orlando, or Florida. I'm not sure which one's called, but I'm pretty sure it's called Florida now that I'm thinking about it. The first thing I have on there is to convert the Simpsons land with a Pokemon land with the dark ride instead of the simulator. I absolutely love simulators, but that's actually one of the worst simulators in the world. Like, you don't even feel the wind effects. There's no wind effects, there's no effects on there, so it's very easy to get motion sickness, so that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing is to remove Fast and Furious Supercharge. This ride is actually hated by the Universal community, and a lot of people hate this ride in general. It's always a walk-on when I go there. So I think they should remove that ride and replace it with the Secret Life of Pets ride they have in Universal Studios Hollywood. But they really should do that. And now we're going to talk about Universal's Islands of Adventure. One of the things that I noticed last time I went there, there's a wasted space between Marvel Superhero Islands and Toon Lagoon. Like, they should use that space for something else. I really feel like they should use that space for something else. And I know they're going to lose their Marvel contract eventually, so they couldn't even redeem the Marvel section, but keep the Hulk there because they just retract that like back in 2017. So keep the Hulk there. You could, as much as I love what's that ride called? Spider-Man, the ride. They could replace it with something else, make it into another dark ride. They could keep Dr. Doom Freefall and redeem it to a different character. The other thing is make the Lost Continent show building, the Walking Experience show building, into a Legend of Zelda dark ride. It would just be like a cool dark ride to have. I feel like having a dark ride themed to Legend of Zelda. And it's in that same land, the Lost Continent, they actually have a theater that's not even being occupied. So they can make the theater into like a Legend of Zelda show, like a stage show. I think that would be a pretty damn good idea for them to do, honestly. I don't see why they can't do it. They should just do that. Our next park I'm going to talk about is actually a park that I went to recently, SeaWorld Orlando. The first thing on my list is actually to fix Expedition Odyssey. Like I said in my review, it looked like it was rendered by PlayStation 3, the graphics. Then it looked like the ride operators were told not that I want to not allow anyone to film, but there's still a lot of other people to film. So fix up that policy, that's the other thing. What else I had to say about that? Oh yeah, make sure all the effects are working. That effects on there are just not working. So if they get that fixed, that section where that is, it has Icebreaker in that. So it's like two attractions to draw people away from each other. So if they get all that stuff fixed, they get that section like piggybacking off each other. Have like a group of people go to the Expedition Odyssey, then other people go to Icebreaker. So they can piggyback off each other pretty much. The next thing is I have on the list is actually to add a Beano, the wing launch coaster. They could make it deemed to like parasailing on the ocean pretty much, because there's nowhere else like birds that live in the water, or you have it like a flamingo, but they don't fly, flamingos. So you can make it like parasailing, deem it to like parasailing on the ocean, just like how they did with Pipeline, having them they deemed to surfing on the ocean. But they had, in order to do this, they had to make like a record-breaking launch coaster or wing launch coaster. They have to make a record-breaking wing launch coaster. That's what I feel like they have to do. Like they can make it like the world's tallest wing launch coaster, world's fastest wing launch coaster, but they have to make it record-breaking to draw fans from Epic Universe to SeaWorld. And they can put a billboard up like on the I-4 that says, "Come visit a record-breaking wing launch coaster." Hey guys, it's a few days after I recorded the video, and SeaWorld put out a survey for the pass holders, I believe 2 days ago, after I recorded the video, and one of the options they gave for the pass holders for the new ride to vote for was, it's pretty much described a mock Striker coaster, which is the same model of Voltron. So if you get like a model of Voltron in SeaWorld right now, that'd be pretty epic actually. So that's actually my new prediction based off the survey that they just put out. But if you get our own version of Voltron, that'd be pretty freaking epic, honestly. That'd be pretty, I hope it's like this underwater version of Voltron, or like or something like with space or sea demon. So then you come face to face with like a sea monster, and then you know how Voltron had electricity like shock? You have like this sea monster raise you up like they do in Voltron. has like the backward launch or mean to see monsters attacking us. But I think that'd be a perfect fit in the park now that I'm thinking about it. I hope they actually work with mock rides to build that model, because that'd be pretty cool, that ride. But back to the rest of the video. So the next park I'm talking about is the park that I actually care about deeply. I had bad visit there last time I went, but the park I'm very passionate about. This one I have like more notes than any other park, I believe. It's Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. The first thing is, they need to make the world's tallest Giga coaster, Beat and Fury. If they have that sign on I-4 when people are heading to the Epic Universe, they'll say, oh, there's the world's tallest coaster. It's gonna be bigger than 325 feet though. It had to be bigger than Fury 325. And they recently did a survey out to the pass holders that asks, would you prefer having a roller coaster that's over 300 feet and goes 90 miles per hour? Then it showed like them concept art. It kind of looked like O'Reilly, like with looked like pretty much a hyper coaster, the Giga size pretty much. But that's what I feel like they desperately need to draw people away from Epic Universe. The other thing I feel like they could use, well, let me talk about where they should add the Giga first before I go into the other thing. They should add the Giga actually next to these flyers, because I feel like there's nothing else in that area besides the elephants, and there's like a pod lane next to it they don't even use. So they could make like the entrance for the ride near there. But the other thing they could add is actually a RMC Wild Moose. That's actually an RMC Wild Mouse. That's the hybrid, it looks like, from the concept that I saw it online from the RMC's catalog. But they could put one of these where a scorpion is, and that actually will help draw crowds, like more kids crowds there. That actually draw like more kids crowds, since that's like a kids version of Iron Gwazi pretty much. You can name it like Baby Iron Gwazi and put in Pantopia, or you could put like Crazy Scorpion or something like that to pay respect to Scorpion. The other thing you need to do is keep Kumba well maintained after the ride reopens. I know they prioritize other rides over Kumba, according to what I heard, when to maintain it. But I feel like if the more rides that are open, the more rides more people would come in to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay into the Epic Universe. We need more rides open for people to come in. The last time I went there, half the rides were closed. There was a Sheikra. Cheetah Hunt had delay opening. Iron Gwazi had delay opening also that day. Cobra's Curse was closed. Serengeti Flyer was closed. And even the other one I liked, the Falcon's Fury was closed that day, I believe. Yeah, and Conga's River Rapids. But they need to make sure every single ride has to be open. I'll make the wait times go down for the other rides. And the last thing that Busch Gardens needs to do is give their ambassadors better training on how to operate the rides more efficiently. Because they take a long time to load people onto those rides. So we need something to get them in and out of the rides quicker. Look how Universal does their ride ops. They're pretty quick. Then, like, if they see a guest that's bigger, they'll automatically tell them, oh, go to this road, sit in the middle seat. And this makes things a lot easier. Gets people on and off the ride so much quicker. The last park I'm going to talk about is actually all the Disney World parks. They have a lot of good plans to compete with Epic Universe. The problem is, I'm not sure if we could trust them at opening it, like those lands and stuff on time. So here's what my suggestion is for Disney World. To make sure you open lands and rides on time or sooner, because you guys are actually known for making things delayed. It took 5 years to make a roller coaster that's less than a minute long. I'm talking about Tron. I love Tron, but it took 5 years to make that coaster. So if you like more theme park content, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment what do you think that all the parks should do to compete with Epic Universe. But thank you for watching this video. Peace out.